Aloha and welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii. Thank you so much for joining our spiritual ohana. It is our mission here at Unity Church of Hawaii to share the ancient wisdom teachings of unity with the world and to do it free of charge. And it is because of the generous and intentional support of love streamers like you that help to make this possible. We're so grateful to have your support, and please know that your contributions do so much good in the world by supporting our various ministries and our community outreach. If you have enjoyed our services, we encourage you to consider making a donation by clicking the donate icon on your screen, as well as sending a link to the video to your family and friends. Please know how much we appreciate you, and we pray that the blessings of God continue to abound you, your life, world, and affairs, until we see you here in paradise. God bless. Mahalo. Thank you, Kuma, Brenda, and Ryan. I know you can feel that. I know you can feel that. Chicken skin? Friends, something wonderful happens when we acknowledge this presence and this power within us. Something truly extraordinary, beautiful, magical occurs when we acknowledge this presence and this power. Beyond anything that the conscious mind can comprehend, when we acknowledge fully and completely how wonderful this Spirit is within us, something extraordinary happens. Miracles occur. The magic happens. I want you to know I feel this presence right now within myself. And I just can't get to my subject matter. Come on. Come on. You got to go. Feel it. Can you feel it? Feel it. No, I wanted that. Thank you. Oh, I feel it. Our Hawaiian proverb today reads, "The tough branch that does not break in the Kona gales," referring to, it is said, of a sturdy, strong person. That's the translation. As you can see it there. Now let's hear it. Let's hear the actual Hawaiian proverb. Come on, come on. That's exactly what I said. I saw some of your ventriloquists. I heard you speaking, but your mouth never moved. On the first Sunday, we launched a series, which I did not know at the time that it would become a series, entitled "It Works If You Work It." Today, we will close out this series with "It Works If You Work It, Pay It Forward, and Change the World." Pay it forward and change the world. Many of you, just as we have received these chain emails and text messages, encouraging you to stay in the circulation, stay in the flow, and send the message forward to at least 10 or a few other people. How many of you have received those? As I've told the earlier services, I typically delete those messages, so there's no need of sending them to me, especially if I have to send it on. Then I have to go through my address book trying to find someone to send it to. But I did receive a message from a dear friend who's a minister out of Atlanta, Georgia. And the message coming from him really caused me to pause, because it's not his MO. He typically does not send anything like that, nor do I. But the message that came captured my attention. It says, "God told me to tell you that everything you are going through is taken care of." That's a message worth pausing to read. Then it says, "If you believe and accept this truth, Send this to 10 other people and watch what happens. Well, I got that message, and then I got it again and again. And I realized that evidently I was like he sent it to me 5 times, but I don't know if he did it to all the other 10 people. But after getting it the 5th time, I felt that it was a message from me, from the universe. So I'm like, okay, but I did not send it on physically. I did send it in consciousness. Several years ago, there was a movie that came out that was entitled Pay It Forward. Many of you might have seen that movie. It's a wonderful movie. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to get it. It's a movie about a 7th grader who on his first day in class was given a challenge by his social studies teacher. The teacher wrote on the board as a challenge to his class for the year, think of an idea that will change the world and put it into action. Trevor, the 7th grader, he was mesmerized by the challenge and was the only one in his class that really gave it thought. Think of an idea that could change the world, then put it in action. And as he did that, he began to really contemplate the idea of how can I change the world? What can I do to make the world better? What can I do to ensure that on my watch, that the world becomes a better place? And as he considered this, the idea came, the angel, we said the angels are God thoughts, that appeared, and he received this idea of helping 3 people, finding 3 people that he could help, that he could do something for, something that would, not something truly phenomenal, something that they could not do for themselves. He made a decision, if I could help 3 people do something for them that they cannot do for themselves, instead of paying me in return, I just ask them to pay it forward by finding 3 other people that they can be a blessing to, and ultimately extending that same kind of consciousness. Well, those of you who saw the movie, you know that it happened, and by the end of the movie, it was this movement, more than just an action. It was a movement that occurred where people just started helping people. And people continued to help people and help others. And the environment began to change, and it got better. As we consider this idea of it works if you work it, pay it forward to change the world, we're called to just be mindful that we are truly powerful beings. And not only are we powerful beings, powerful expressions, we are empowered beings. We are empowered with the ability. We are empowered with the know-how. We are empowered with whatever is needed to make this world better. How many of you considered yourself to be a world changer? Really? How many of you would like to be a world changer? Then this message is for you today, for us. As we're mindful that the world, as Emma Curtis Hopkins once said, that the world that we live in is only a reflection of our thoughts, our words, and our actions. It is the manifestation of our creation. And as we consider this idea of paying it forward, changing the world, it really requires a very deep level of faith. As we've said before, it's not faith in God, not faith in God. It's the faith of God. It is the faith that creates, the faith that compensates, the faith that procreates. It is the faith that calls into manifestation and to expression that we are desiring. We desire a world that works, do we not? Yes. We desire a world that looks like love and feels like love. And as we consider the happenings in our world, and we hear so many people are praying, God, please just do something, change the world, bring harmony, bring peace, stop the war. You ever heard anybody pray that prayer? Maybe we prayed it. But the message today tells us that we're not waiting on God. God is waiting on us. God did not, the Great Spirit didn't create this chaos and create this mess. Man did. It is the dysfunctional ego, as Eckhart Tolle calls it, the dysfunctional ego of man, that part of us, of man, that tries to ease God out of the scenario. And when God gets eased out, then there's chaos and there's mess. So as we consider this idea of it works if you work it, pay it forward, change the world, we're called now to step into our power, stand in it. We are called to move forward with action, anchoring a different experience. If the world is going to change, and it should, right? Who's going to do it? What if, I would guess there's probably how many people in here today? Maybe about nearly a couple of hundred, maybe? What if we all decided that on my watch, as the late Dr. Maya Angelou would say, on my watch, it's going to be better. While I am here. Now, what happens when I leave? But while I'm here, it's going to be better. What if we all made up our mind and made that decision that this world is going to be better and we're going to make it better because we have the power to make it better because the great spirit within us that created the world is moving through us right here and right now. What if we all made up our mind to do that? And then set it as our intention to find at least 3 people, as Trevor did. 3 people, not that where we're just giving a meal or giving a handout or a hand up, but where we're really helping to transform their lives, and rather than expecting anything in return, no, just go forth, carry this good, and let it multiply into the lives of others. Let it spill over. This, my friends, is actually the message that's at the great heart of the golden rule taught by the master teacher, Jesus Christ. It says it in Matthew chapter 7, verse 12, therefore, whatever you want others to do to or for you, do also to and for them. For this is the law of the prophets. Our Hindu brothers and sisters teach that this is a solemn duty. Do not to others which, if done to thee, would cause you pain, but do unto others which, if done to you, would cause you love and joy and excitement. In Buddhism, it teaches that hurt not others with that which pains yourself, but give to others that which brings you joy and life and contentment and excitement. Our Muslim brothers and sisters teach no one of you is a believer until he desires for his brother or sister that which he desires for himself. This is the golden rule. Give of yourself to others in the way that we want to experience it. Then our Baha'i faith, friends, teaches that we should not wish for others that which we do not wish for ourselves, nor promise that which we do not fulfill. A powerful message. President John F. Kennedy said it this way: ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what can you do for your country. Sacred text says the entire earth, the earth is moaning and travailing as in labor pains, waiting for the enlightened ones, the light beings, to awaken and to bring forth, call forth this higher vibration of oneness and unity in our world. If the world is going to be different, who's going to make it happen? Take a breath right now. While you're holding that breath, take another breath. Can you do it? It's pretty challenging, isn't it? Now let go and take another one. It's okay. Life continues. The cycle of life, the cycle of the universe is that it gives. Mother Earth gives to us freely. We don't have to beg Mother Earth, do we? We don't have to beg for the air to breathe. As long as we are in the circulation, that circle of life, and allowing it to pour forth and to flow through, it comes naturally under grace with ease and in perfect ways. These words were found on the wall of Mother Teresa's home in Calcutta, India. At least they're attributed to her. It says, pay it forward, change the world by doing it anyway. It says people are often unreasonable, illogical, and even self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you may win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you, but be honest and frank anyway. What you may spend years building, someone may destroy overnight, but build it anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, people may be jealous, but be happy anyway. Do good. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow, but do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you have anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it's all between you and God, and it's never between you and them anyway. Pay it forward, change the world. Take your hands, look at your hands. Friends, these are the hands of God that will build and recreate and rebuild the world that we want. Take your hands and maybe put them on your eyes. And these are the eyes of God that will see the world that we desire to bring into manifestation. Your ears, these are the ears of God. Hear it into manifestation. This body, this is the temple that will make this world better. It's up to us. We must make that decision. The world will be as wonderful as we want it to be, and we have that power. We have the power to change this world for better. Any world changers here once again? Anybody willing to say yes to this call? As Trevor? Anyone willing to say yes to helping to make life better for others, a few others? Anybody willing to step outside of your comfort zone and dare to be the expression of God walking around here on earth, bringing good, calling forth good, evoking good wherever you go? Anybody willing to do that? Anybody willing to stand flat-footed on your truth, saying, I know I can make a difference. I know I can do it. I know the world can be better. I know that life can be great. And I know that we don't have to settle for the little bits of life because God has created all of this goodness for us. It's up to us to say yes and to move forward as powerful, empowered beings, knowing that we can change the world. If it's too hot, then you are the thermostat. Turn up the temperature or cool it off. If it's too cold, then you can heat it up, knowing that you have the power to do that. It works if you work it. Pay it forward. Change the world. God bless you.